Slide in. All right, for the little slide in.
Yeah, it's better. It was playing better, wasn't it?
It did. I was actually about to speak to that.
I couldn't hear anything on my end. I ain't hear it.
Really?
You probably had to click the. Don't it say click on it to hear the sound or something like that?
Sometimes it do, and sometimes it just play.
Oh, now actually, I had it's loaded into the program, so instead of me like sharing my music with the program, so I think that's why it played a little smoother with that being in there. I think I gotta say it. We're here. We working. How y'all feeling?
Straight.
I'm good. I can't complain.
How was the holidays? Everybody, what happening?
Shit.
I was at work.
At work. Ain't you like still on leave?
Now she didn't take no leave. She was only on leave for the night. She told him what to do. You know what I'm saying? Then she was back at work the next day.
That same day, that happened on morning watch between 12 and 1, and I had to be at work at 1 in the morning. I wound up leaving about 6 that morning, had to go to, the doctor, do all right, my reports and everything. I pretty much left about maybe 6 in the morning, I'll say, and had to be at work at 2:45.
Yeah, so since she had to check in, you know how that go. So we said how your holiday was. You say how was your week? It's been 2 weeks though since we've been on. How was how anything new? What's going on?
Nothing new.
That's a first. That's a first, Jake.
Shit. You know how my weeks go. Same old, same old. We had a good holiday. Holiday. Christmas was cool. My babies enjoyed their gifts, and we had a blast Christmas night, playing games and shit. So I had a good holiday. Looking forward to this upcoming weekend. Supposed to get together with my brothers and hang out. You coming Friday?
It's in the plans.
Okay, yeah.
It
So
just depends on how work go. They be like the stars of birth. Then they don't know. They haven't decided if it's gonna be Friday or Saturday.
it's Friday.
Oh, see, I ain't get that memo.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, so we're gonna hang out this week, this upcoming weekend, and get ready for the new year. I got a lot of stuff going on. Well, not a lot of stuff, but a few things planned for this upcoming weekend. And get ready to bring the new year in.
All right, it's been the same with me. I took the day of Christmas off. Christmas Eve and Christmas off. I worked the rest of the week with that. It was my first day actually really working out the day after Christmas. I hadn't worked out in like 2 months or something like that. Going through a couple things with my arm and MRIs and stuff like that. So YJ dressed like The Rock in the 90s. Then you got a fanny pack too.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I started to do it with my robe on. I'm like, that's gonna be too damn casual. Let me leave it back. I just got on a thermal, man.
But with the chains and stuff, it do kind of look it ain't a turtleneck, but it got that look. That picture where he on there with his hand in the fanny pack and stuff. It is kind of giving that. But now my week was good. My 2 weeks was good though. What you gonna say?
I did want to say that I kind of picked up a new hobby or a new interest, I should say, not a hobby, but a new interest. I'm into fragrances now. Like I didn't realize how much I liked fragrances until the past 2 weeks or so. So like I'm into fragrances.
Yeah,
So
I'm
what
not
does
really.
that mean? You're just gonna have a collection, or you gonna start making your own?
I just, as of now, it's just I'm buying what I like, and with me. So this year, 2023, is going to be a year of less talk, more action for me. Um,
Uh-oh.
me and my wife actually just talked about this, but there's been, oh shit, I'd say 6 or 7 ideas that I've had, and they've kind of just like they get to the infancy stage, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna move to this one. So it's like I don't really focus on one thing too much. So my thing is pick something, stick with it, push it, and at least let it fail before you move to something else. as opposed to not even, giving it its legs to move, to walk. So I don't know if that was long-windedly saying I don't know if it'll grow into me creating my own, but I have realized that I really like fragrances, and I think it's some credence to what we talked about specifically. Well, not necessarily with taste buds or whatever, but just like as you get older, your interests, things you did like or didn't like, change as you get older. So like, there's fragrances and scents that I didn't too much care for when I was younger, but I'm starting to like them now. So it's just a lot of shit that I guess my maturity is allowing me to kind of explore.
You
So
kind of look like, you know what I'm saying, you would be selling oils. Look like you put that little binder, you open it up, you'll be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, try this one right here. You know, it's that black magic right there, you know.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. So that's one of the new things that I'm kind of into now.
All
So,
right. So let's talk more action.
let's talk more action. That's our motto for 2023.
Okay, is like me or like yours?
I'm saying ours as
Okay.
a group.
I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to include myself in it. You be like, I wasn't talking to you.
No, hell no. If that don't that boy, I know like I know that go for both of us. Really,
Lisa, what's up? Where you been? Ain't nobody heard from you in forever.
it has been a minute.
I've
You've been
heard from
shadow
her.
watching.
Yeah, you heard from her because she likes you. Like, you know what I'm saying, you're her
Don't be
favorite.
jelly. Don't be jelly.
You're her favorite.
She cares about you too.
Some days. That's so. She been chilling, huh? All right, you been chilling. Before we get deep, what y'all think about Tory Lanez? Did they lock him up yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was apprehended.
He had a nice Christmas dinner. He's fine.
What do you mean? What do we think of Tory Lanez, or what do we think of the case?
The case, the verdict.
I think that we have to respect the decision. I don't understand it.
I'm at why do we have to respect the decision?
Right. What's not to understand? He shot her in the fucking foot. But you
There's
don't think he did it?
I don't know. I'm not saying he did or didn't.
But he lost the case, so that proves he did it.
No,
Nope.
just prove, that does not prove that he did it.
I didn't watch it, but I'll just say this. I'm not fans. I didn't follow it. She said it happened. She showed pictures. I seen pictures of her foot shot. So somebody shot her in the foot. So
True.
either he didn't do it and her friend did it, but why would she say he did it? She said she saw him and he hollered, "Dance, bitch." Why? I mean, I don't understand. Why would she lie?
Honestly, I don't know. And this is the thing, right? I don't. With shit like this, it's kind of touchy to give your honest opinion without people.
I got a question before you go in there. So what Nicole just said. So should he just been convicted because of the why would she lie?
No, hell no.
I'm asking Nicole.
No, because also, even if it's other stuff, they're saying, oh, she lied about their relationship. She even said she didn't want to because she knew, because this is a girl thing. She knew her best friend, former best friend or whatever, liked him. So she didn't want to be like, yeah, I had sex with him. She trying to, let's not talk about this. But he want to put it out there.
I asked that because.
But when I ain't finished. But I'm saying,
hold on,
not just because.
Okay.
No, you asked me a question. Not just because she said it, but it was proven that now the girl Kelsey trying to change her story. But before any police was involved, she sent the text right away saying, please help. Tory just shot her.
I'm asking this because I don't have a horse in the race. One way or the other, you know what I'm saying? If he did it, he need to be in jail. If he didn't, he need to be free. I truly believe that. But I'm speaking as now, if I take this out of the realm of Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion and just off being in court, as a black man, you are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And the prosecution has to prove it beyond the shadow of a doubt. And from what I'm gathering from the case, they didn't prove anything really about him. There was no DNA from him. They said it was another DNA that they wouldn't even go to check to see if that was on there.
But he had gunpowder on him too.
No,
where he get that? Yes, they did.
They said he had no GSR on him, from what I read.
But see, that was wrong. He had it on him.
He had it on him, but Kelsey also had it on her. So,
but somebody else said she shot the gun first in the air. That's what a witness said. She shot the gun.
That's inaccurate too. The witness didn't say she shot in the air. The witness actually said the little guy shot in the air. The witness said he saw the woman shoot into the car. They didn't say where Meg was in all of this.
She said she was out of the car though.
I'm talking about the witness though. Whatever she's the thing about my thing with it is with her, it was proven that she lied under oath, which this is something that I don't really understand either. How she's not facing any perjury charges because it was proven that
Her
she
and the other girl.
well, the other girl got immunity before she even tested.
But that doesn't protect you from perjury.
True, but what her thing was, she didn't get up there and say I didn't do it. She just kept saying I don't recall or I can't remember. So that's fine. But like Meg said that her and him didn't have a sexual relationship, and they did, and it's been proven that they did. So I don't. She said that under oath. So I don't understand how she's not facing any perjury charges.
You talking about Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, that's neither here
You
nor there.
just want her to just get
I don't
something.
want, no, I don't want nothing for her. Like I don't want her to. I want justice for her. Right? She was hurt. Like she was shot. It was. I don't think it was a direct shot, hit, but whatever it was, she was hurt. And
because they have perjury, right? But she would only face perjury if it was something detrimental to the case. Her line about a sexual relationship is not detrimental to the case.
I don't agree with that.
It's not an obstruction of justice.
Well, here's the thing though, because her and her friend, they didn't mention that they had a fight, which gives the other girl motive to shoot her. Right? That's like I would think that would be an intricate piece of information that you'd want to share, that her and that girl were fighting. So that gives that girl motive to shoot her.
Yeah, but even still, I just feel like even with that,
they were fighting over him.
Mm-hmm.
So the sexual relationship is important to the case.
Yeah, but it's still I feel, and this is just me, I just feel like things that happen moments after the shooting tells you what really went on. Because now, excuse me, she didn't get offered money. Now she got time to think about it. If this dude didn't shoot her, the events didn't happen, the things that happened right when it happened is a telltale sign to me of what truly happened. Because now all of a sudden the girl don't recall. She want to change her story.
But see, this is my thing. I understand totally what you're saying, but with that being said, you're not judging the case off what was presented in court. That's what I
didn't see the court.
I'm just talking about and I think that's how the jurors were. You know what I'm saying? Based off of, and like I said, I'm with you. I didn't follow it because I ain't got no horse and I ain't got no stake in it or whatever. But now since I'm going back and looking at some of the things that transpired or how they're presenting facts.
They showed that message in court. That's how I saw it. No.
They showed a bunch of that, but they also showed the fact. But right before they showed all her messages, they also let her tell that she lied about a lot of the stuff that was before that. And then the judge allowed her testimony or her video to be played after she had already said that she lied about stuff. So why is that even admissible now that she said she lied about this stuff? You know what I'm saying? With those situations. What I'm saying is I think most people had already judged it based off of what they know from the media instead of what was presented at court. That's what I'm saying.
But most people were saying Meg was lying and making fun of her based off the media. If it was based off the media, he would be free. Celebrities was talking about her. Everybody was talking about how she lying and she ain't really get shot. She a liar. So if it was based off media, he would have won.
I agree with Nicole. Definitely there was a lot going against her, specifically in the court of public opinion. But I think I don't know. To me, I don't believe that they proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he actually pulled the trigger. Again, there was no DNA evidence on the magazine. There was no conclusive DNA evidence that he actually touched the gun. The witness did say that he saw him fire multiple shots, which is what I think actually hurt them. The witness did say that he saw him shoot multiple shots, but he said he shot him in the air. He did say that he saw them jump on Megan, and that was including Tori, the bodyguard, and her friend. He saw all of them jumping on her, and she was shot.
Her bodyguard beat her up, or his bodyguard?
It was Tori's driver, whoever fucking
driver.
Okay.
Yeah. So to me, I think it was crazy. I don't necessarily believe that. Again, he
exactly, Kurt.
I think
here's the thing: the first-hand testimony from the victim should have been thrown out, because not necessarily thrown out. I take that back. As a juror, if I'm listening to you and you're withholding information, you're lying by omission. How do I give credence to anything else that you say?
Glad you're not on the jury.
It would have been either
Because
way.
but she did come out and say, well, this is the reason
It
that
doesn't
I
matter what the reason
right,
is.
and that's why I say it's a good thing you're not a jury, because you want to, everything ain't black and white. Now you want to act like, oh, you lied. Oh, you got your ass beat. I know you probably did, but because you lied on this part, deal with the ass beating. Thrown out. You a Judge Judy.
Have you ever served on a jury before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then. So you don't even understand.
No, I understand, but I have a degree in
You
criminal
never
justice.
served. So do you understand what they
I
tell
don't.
you?
I understand how juries work. What are
Do
you
you
talking
understand what
about?
they tell you when
I
you
have
go
a
in to
degree
serve?
in that.
You've
I
never
understand how it
served.
works.
Oh my God.
I understand how it works.
All right.
I think the issue is, Kurt, what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be first-hand testimony or anything. I'm just basing. I'm trying to show how it's hard to get a fair trial. And I hate to make it sound like it's a black man thing about this here, but I'm attributing to that because you are told that the prosecution has to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. You know what I'm saying? And I did not watch the trial all the way through, so I didn't have the opportunity to form an opinion or truly see if they proved it. But from what's coming out afterwards, it looks like they did not prove their case. So it looks like he was just already basically convicted before it started. Because there are things in there that you kind of figure why is it continuing to go on. Like they said, there were 2 jury members who were replaced in middle of the trial or something like that. There were evidence that they wouldn't let come in on one end, but then on the other end they would let it come in. So it kind of seemed like he was kind of already convicted. And like I said in the beginning, if he did it, I think he need to go anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say that Megan doesn't deserve justice, and I'm not trying to say that she wasn't, you know what I'm saying, assaulted in some type of way. I'm gonna say maybe it wasn't him. Maybe the girl who was there did do it. We don't know that part. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like the prosecution did their job in it, and we still got a guilty verdict on all counts for him. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask a question. Well, I'll say this before I ask the question. Like I said, I didn't watch the trial. Maybe if they have it and I go back and see it, maybe I'll feel different and be like, yeah, they didn't really prove it. Regardless of what I think, they didn't really prove it, right? But I just feel off based off the little bits that was put out that I did see and read and be like, oh, I feel like, yeah, his ass did it. I feel like it. Now, answer me this, because I'm trying to wonder if was one of them trying to say, was the prosecution the one trying to say she did it, or why is that
You talking about
the friend, or did somebody else say no, he didn't do it, she did it, or that's their way of trying to create doubt, saying, oh, they argue, so she could have did it.
The defense was trying to say she could have did it to create basically doubt, and to say, okay, well, if there's doubt to say that it wasn't, she could have been a possibility. You have to prove without a shadow now that she wasn't a possibility and that it was 100% him.
Oh, so they just trying to throw her on the bus.
Well,
and
no,
Tori, even if she didn't do it, he letting it. Even if he did do it, he letting it happen.
The thing is, the burden is on the prosecution to prove that he did it, not the defense to prove that he didn't do it.
That's true, but I'm just saying that's bogus.
And in court, and what you said, Kurt, is true. They had her friends recorded testimony about it with the video, but the thing about that is they allowed that to be presented in court after she come out on the stand and said she had lied about it. So if she had come out and said she had lied, and I don't know if the defense objected to it or tried to get that stricken or said it was inadmissible, because if she's already said she's lied in that video recording, why is it being admissible in court as evidence?
But who said she lied? She saying she lied?
Said it.
Of course she gonna say that, because supposedly she was offered money to change her story. Everything was even right after it happened. She sent the text saying to Meg's bodyguard, right?
But
saying,
I understand, but I'm saying, did she say she was offered money to change her story?
No,
I don't know. This is just stuff I'm reading.
She said he was offered money, but she said she was offered money, but wouldn't say why. And they asked her, did she take the money? And she said no. Meg also said she was offered money. They didn't say what the money offer was for. I know that she did mention that he offered at one point after all this, like I guess while they were waiting for the trial to start, he offered to kind of fund. This is the friend to fund one of her if she wanted to start a business or some shit like that. But you take it if you're gonna like, and this is just me as a if I was his defense attorney, I would think that they were dating. So I mean, what him offering her something is not out of the realm of possibility.
But why offer the friend though? Is
He was
that out
dating
of the
both of them.
realm?
Dating a friend. He was dating a friend first. That's the
See, I
whole.
read something different. See, I read something different.
That's
No,
the
he was
whole.
dating a friend first,
Megan
and
was
then
fighting
Megan started dating.
because the thing is so crazy, right? It was all over. Like he was dating a friend. The friend and the friend and Megan, they was close, whatever. Tori was dating a friend. Megan started liking Tori. She invited Tori to Kylie's house. Tori was at the house flirting with Kylie, and that pissed Meg off.
Oh yeah.
So it was really
Yeah.
like a big ass.
But here's the thing, Jay, what you said. After he shot her in the foot, they weren't dating no more. Or after she got shot in the foot, they weren't dating no more. So him offering money after that incident kind of
No. You talking about the money to Megan. We talking about the money to the friend.
But you said that would, you know what I'm saying? But if he was dating her first, then Meg, you're suggesting he dated her first, then shot Meg and went back to Kelsey.
No.
Anytime
No.
money was what I'm saying is if money was offered after the incident, that kind of voids out, oh, we were dating. No, this is after this incident happened.
I mean, I can see what you're saying. I understand that, but I don't necessarily. To me, there's still reasonable doubt, right?
That's not reasonable doubt. Because you wasn't trying to fund my business before this. Now I'm in trouble to go to jail. Now I'm gonna say we were dating. Y'all wasn't dating after this incident happened. Nobody was dating.
But
I agree with you, Kurt. With the prosecution has a right to present the testimony. I'm just thinking if it was on there, I think that his defense didn't do a good enough job to defend him in that. Because if she came out on the stand and said she lied about what was in that video for it to be admissible after she said she lied about it, in my eyes, that shouldn't have been allowed to be played.
Did she say in court why she lied about it?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Because it would be so the only reason I could see her lying about it.
In that video.
Who all was there? Who all was there? Was it just them three and the driver?
Yeah, and the witness came out after the fact.
Kelsey, I mean, but was the witness just somebody that happened to see it, or the witness was there?
He was.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
In his backyard, basically, like in back of his house.
Okay, so this is my question though. So if she got up there and said, I lied, she didn't offer a reason why she lied? Because what would be a reason why she would lie?
Herself. Right. She said she lied to protect herself.
So basically she was trying to say she did it?
She came in and initially she was going to plead the fifth. They offered her immunity for her testimony. She gave her testimony, but didn't really give shit. They asked her why she lied in that. I think it was a deposition that they played back when they would ask her, you know, did you say you saw Tori shoot? And she said, I lied to protect myself.
You know what I think? And this is just me. I think she was paid or offered money or whatever, and she probably didn't accept the funds yet, or maybe the transaction or whatever. She got offered immunity. So the plan was to go in there to create doubt. Yeah, I lied to protect myself. Now they can't go after her because she got immunity, and let's get Tori off. But it didn't work.
We're not
he
saying
did that shit.
She said she did it.
I mean, but that she's implying that she did.
He's reading Kurt's statement.
Yeah, I'm responding to Kurt. We didn't say she did it. She just said she was up there. She lied to protect herself.
To protect herself, right?
Whatever that means.
It's like to throw in. That's to throw in some doubt.
But
you
know what
I'm saying?
This is the thing about
and guess what? I'm with you on that. That's totally true. Possible. I mean, when
it's possible, right? But it sounds like as a like this is like I have my personal opinion. You have your personal opinion. You feel like he did it. I don't necessarily know. I can't say he did it or he didn't do it. Your opinion basically sounds like how the jury made their decision. I feel like he did it just because of Megan's testimony or whatever the case may be.
No, because of what was presented.
I also felt like was
what was presented.
What was presented did it there was enough reasonable doubt to say that he
not to me
could have been somebody else. You didn't.
Nothing they said, and it's just me. If I was on the jury, nothing they said made me feel like she might have did it. Nothing they said.
You just said you didn't see everything though.
No, but I'm saying from the bits and pieces I got. If the jury, you trying to say the jury is going off what I think.
I got a question. Why was her DNA on the gun?
Her DNA
because they
was
said that they
missing.
both shot the gun.
They didn't
So if
say
they both
her
shot the
DNA
gun,
was
who shot
missing.
who? Where was she shooting it at?
I don't know. I didn't read that part.
I'm asking you. I mean, you're a juror. If they both shot the gun, how can you tell which one shot her then?
Because Meg saw who shot her. She said, I
No.
saw
So, okay,
him.
but see, Meg's statement changed 3 times on that.
How?
The first time when they asked her, her back was turned. She didn't see the shooting. The second time they asked her, she was facing him and she saw him hanging out the car shooting. The third time they asked her, she had her back turned and she turned her head and saw it out the side of her eye that he was shooting. So which one am I go with?
All of them. All of them is probably true. She probably
So
did
if
have
she
her
got her
back turned.
back and so if she got her back and
So she had to
because
clarify
you
because she
can't
got
see with your
shot in the
back
back
turned.
of her heels. So when you're like in the heat of the moment, she might have said, yes, I was standing out, my back was turned and he shot me. And it's now they're asking more questions. How did you see him? Well, because I kind of turned. So, hey, I get it, Meg. I get it. They're trying to make you out to be wrong and sue everybody. Sue the
But the thing
tabloids,
about it is,
honey.
here's the thing: like whenever you, nobody's saying she's wrong, right? Nobody's saying she's, doesn't deserve justice. I just think it's the fact that people believe that the case, the prosecution. I don't want to say her because this wasn't even her. She didn't file this case. The prosecution didn't do their job, and that's really what it boils down to. That to me makes me believe that he shouldn't be in jail right now. I don't know if he shot her or not. I can't say he did. I can't say he didn't. But I don't believe the prosecution. I don't believe they reached a level of beyond a reasonable doubt, or enough for him to be in jail right now. And he's facing quite a lot of time on a possibility that he shot her, not a
It's the
guarantee,
thing.
a certainty.
Kurt says she was shot. It is beyond crazy to think you can discredit firsthand testimony. With firsthand testimony, you only need one corroborating witness to convict. This is true. But the thing,
Can I please?
hold on.
Do y'all think if Meg thought the
Wait.
girl did it, she would have
I
said
can't
the
say nothing.
girl?
You
Since
ain't gonna
they're
let me
not
say
friends
nothing.
no more.
You
That's
ain't
a
gonna let me say
question.
nothing. You ain't gonna let me
No,
say
I was
nothing.
just asking the question so when you can
You ain't let
answer
me
my
say nothing.
question in your statement.
I don't even know what your question was.
I just said if y'all thought that Meg thought that Kelsey shot her, you think she would be protecting her since they're not friends no more? But she would say
This
who
the
the fuck
thing.
shot
But see,
her.
this the thing. I'm not saying Megan think Kelsey shot her. You know what I'm saying? My thing is not to say that Megan don't think that Tori shot her. I'm not saying that at all. See, I think what y'all trying to think is I'm trying to defend Tory Lanez and say he didn't shoot Megan, she lied. I can care less about that. I'm talking about the law system and how we have it set up and how it says it's supposed to work. I don't think it worked that way in this case. That's what I'm saying. And so with Kurt to say that you need the firsthand testimony, which is Megan, and the corroborating witness, damn, she didn't want to hear me, huh? For Kurt, for you, the witness who corroborated the story never said he saw Tori shoot her. The corroborating witness, the one witness, what he said was he saw the
Sorry.
little guy. Yeah, so he saw the little guy shooting to the air. He saw the girl shoot the gun into the car. How is that a corroborating witness? And then when Megan herself in her testimony, now she back, and Megan herself in her testimony, she wasn't even facing the car really when she got shot, and she got shot in the heel.
I mean, but she wasn't even in the car. So if the witness is saying he shot in the air and the girl shot in the car, who shot Meg? Because somebody shot her while she was
So guess
outside of
what?
the
So
car.
guess what? In that, then you have no corroborating witness for it anyway now. So now guess what it turns into? He say, she say. I say you did something to me. You say you didn't do something to me.
But there's proof that she was shot. It ain't like she's saying
That's
it ain't
true.
like a rape case where you
No,
can't
that's
really
true.
tell.
That's
She
true.
got
But
shot.
I'm not saying she didn't get shot. I'm saying our justice system didn't do what it was supposed to do in this situation because it tells us the prosecution has to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you did it. That's what I'm saying.
And to speak directly to this comment, to firsthand testimony, so people don't lie on the oath. And I'm not saying Megan did,
I mean,
but to
yeah, they
just
get
believe,
jailhouse people to get lesser time to lie.
so to just say that because she said this happened, like that's just law to me is crazy. Like that's crazy to me. And
It's
I'm not
not
saying
crazy,
it's
but
bad.
it's
I'm
not
not saying,
crazy.
listen, no, to say that just because she said it, we have to believe it is crazy. That is crazy because people get on the stand and lie all the time. And I'm not saying she did that. But to say that you can't discredit firsthand testimony, I could tell
So
you
you
right
think
now.
he should be free? You think
I
he
don't.
should have got not guilty?
I think
Based
that
off of what I
based
hear
off
on
what
this
yes, I don't
trial,
think
yes.
he should have.
I'm not saying that he should have got not guilty because I don't think he did it. You know what I'm saying? And because she wasn't assaulted, I'm taking that part out of it. I'm basing my opinion on this based on what I hear because I didn't watch the trial just like you.
Do you
But from
think he
what
did it though? Based
Honestly,
if
I'm gonna be
I know
honest.
I'm just a question.
I'm being honest.
Honestly, without
I don't know. I don't know. I can't
without
say.
the media, without court, let's just say he wasn't going to jail or nothing. But
I'm
now
gonna
it's
tell you
like,
this:
okay,
when I first heard it, I didn't think he did it, and that's only because I'm basing it off of he can't be that much of a punk to shoot her over argument. You know what I'm saying? There was no need to have a gun, so I was basing mine off of that. Like I know his little punk ass didn't shoot her over an argument or something like that. And then I heard that she was getting on his ass and like, oh, her big ass probably was ragdolling this cat, and maybe he pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? To defend himself or something like that. Then the next one I heard it was about
They was arguing over their careers.
arguing over some craziness like that. And she got out the car and was leaving, and he shot out there. I'm like, nah, he ain't never do that. But I didn't form a real opinion. All my opinion on that is based off of how I think a person should act in those situations. So I never formed, oh, he did it or he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. You know what I'm saying?
I think
I'll
the
say
biggest issue. I think the biggest issue in our community, and specifically, I don't want to say specifically, but generally in society, is the fact that this is gonna sound worse than what I mean it. But the moment a person says something happened to them, you have to believe them and automatically condemn the person that was accused.
but that didn't happen in this case. They automatically condemned her.
No. It happened. He got condemned at first, and then I guess stuff started coming out, and like a wrong report, like she didn't get shot. It was a rock. People started to turn their opinion, and I think she did. I think it was that thing she did with Gail. I didn't watch the interview with Gail, but somehow that interview with Gail kind of like had people thinking she was like a liar or something. I don't know what was said in that interview.
That was the interview she lied about not being with Tori. That was the interview that she lied about they didn't have a sexual relationship.
Okay.
Well, this is how I feel about the criminal justice system. I know that you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, and the prosecution has the burden of proof, right?
Yes.
But I just don't like when people get off on the technicality.
I understand that.
And it's wrong because this is how the system is set up. So I just don't be mad. I personally feel like he did it. I've always felt like he did it, regardless of what lies were told along the way. I always felt like he did that shit. Whatever. I ain't really care about it. Okay, I felt like he did the shit, but I don't like for people to be able to do shit and get off on the technicality.
Kurt sound like he trying to fuck Meg or something.
It's like somebody murdered somebody, but because of a technicality, and everybody he did it, but you can't prove this one thing.
But like,
how do that shit?
My thing is, how do we know he did it? Just because she said
I just feel it in my shundo.
Feel it in your shundo now?
I believe that that's enough to convict somebody. You see what I'm saying? If there is a chance that that other woman did it, that this man, and let's be real, like, because another thing that happens is once you're accused, you're automatically dehumanized. We forget the fact that this man has children, and I'm not saying this to say that
he didn't think about that before he shot her in the foot.
You don't know that he
shot her in the foot. So you mean to tell me he's willing to risk?
We don't know
going to there for 25 years instead of him saying he gonna try to pay her off so we all get off. Was that the plan? I'm gonna pay you, and this is what you gonna say you lied so that we can create reasonable doubt so nobody goes to jail for doing the shit? Or he gonna say, no, this bitch did that, I'm not going to jail for you. He gonna try to let's get both of us off. Really? It just don't make sense.
Was that rhetorical?
You can answer it if you want, but I know if it was me and I was accused and I could go to jail, I could get deported, and I know you did it. So I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna go in there and say I didn't it. I didn't do it. No, I'm gonna be telling my attorney exactly what happened. So that now we don't have to try to come up with a way to create reasonable doubt. No, this is what happened. I didn't do that shit. But this person did it.
his attorneys were trying to pin it on Kelsey. So it's very well possible that he told his attorneys she did it. She got immunity. There's nothing else he could do at this point. He in this battle by himself.
So, but if she got immunity, why wouldn't she just go and admit it then? They can't do shit to her.
I don't know. She's right, but what was the purpose of trying
I don't think immunity works like that.
That's what immunity works like. You can't go to jail.
There's transactional immunity, and then there's, I forget the other type.
No. But see, your immunity can be snatched if it was made under perjury, under a lie. So because basically she got immunity to testify against him, and for her statement was, and if her statement changes on stand to say that she's the one who committed the murder, she doesn't have immunity for that.
I don't know.
It depends on what they work out.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's transactional immunity means that you have immunity against anything that you say in that case and anything that happens from within that case. So whatever she said up there, if she got up there and said I did it, but she didn't have transactional immunity. She had the other one. I forget what it's called. The other one only protects her from what she says, not necessarily any outcomes from the case. So had it been proven that she did shoot Meg, she still would have been liable to some sort of punishment. But
no,
yes,
I'm gonna look it up and see. But I'm pretty
transactional immunity gives her immunity from anything what she says or any outcome of the case. The immunity that she had only allowed her immunity from her testimony. So anything that she said at that point, but had it been proven,
so basically lying, getting up there saying
I
lied on that tape.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna send you a video. All right, I looked it up because I didn't understand immunity either. It's two different types. It's transactional, and I forget the other one though. But
but I thought the fact that if you go in there and you say that you did basically, if your immunity was for your testimony to implicate another person, if you get on there and then say you were the one who committed the crime, I think that voids the immunity.
I don't necessarily.
Well, we'll check and see.
That also depends on what your agreement was with whoever. I don't know if I think she was the prosecution's witness, but whoever was the offering party, which I'm
only the prosecution can offer immunity.
Yeah, so whatever it is, like she whatever agreement they had, that's what she had to buy to. So I don't know if it meant, you have to say he did it.
We weren't supposed to be talking about this long. I wanted to hit it and get about it here. We got to talk about some financial literacy. I wanted to talk about Akon real quick. I don't know if we want to go there, but
what's wrong with him?
You didn't see the little video where he talking about Africans and how they stage pressing and stuff, and basically everybody kind of offended because they feel like he put down African Americans by like.
He said that African American stage presence ain't as good as Africans because we be on stage with our pants all off our ass. We can't move around the stage like we need to.
We be high. We boring.
Yeah.
So he talking about rappers, like these new rappers. I mean, I don't know about not being like African performers.
He said African Americans. He didn't say rappers.
African Americans. He said
because you don't see Monica on stage with her pants down, or Lettucey, or singers like that. But I do see rappers on stage like that, and
I see Chris Brown up there with his pants down, but he's still performing. Chris Brown.
But he be performing, so he ain't talking about Chris Brown.
He's sagging his pants.
Yeah, African Americans. Chris Brown.
But what I'm saying is, I'm just going off what I see. So I can only say this must be who he's talking about, because based off
African Americans,
based off what I see, the African Americans that do it do be fucking boring.
He didn't say the African American rappers. He said African Americans.
Well, that's what he meant.
Encompassing.
That's what he meant.
Lord have mercy. We was doing so good. Why you want to wait till the last show of the year? Why?
That's what he meant. Because here you go trying to.
I mean, it might be. I think that's one of them things where it's supposed to be taken to. If it fits you, then apply. If it doesn't fit, don't apply. I think most people's problem with it is it did seem like he was just shitting on African Americans though, because like he been a little on his. Like he regal shit or whatever. Like they asked him about what Kanye said a couple weeks ago. He's like, I don't care about what Kanye's saying. It don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? And that he been acting like it's better than you. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, I think it's just showing he probably always thought that way.
I agree. Come on, Nicole. Let's bring it back. We gotta get back on it.
Chris be high, but he still be performing, man. No matter what you think, Chris, like I don't care if you want to say he got his pants around his ankles, he has a kite or whatever, he be performing. Breezy go give you a show when you come up there.
Mhm.
And Chris is the greatest. Argue with your mama.
Well, I can't argue with mine, so I'm gonna argue with you. The greatest at what? Beating.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
Sorry.
Here we go. Here we go. Jesus Christ. You
Sorry.
can't let the man live it down. That was
Dissing
10
dark
years
skinned
ago.
black women. What is he the greatest?
Did you see the interview with Chris Brown when he talked about that with Rihanna and stuff?
Recent interview or the old
Was
one?
it an old interview? Because I saw an old one. I don't feel like he just beat her. I feel like they were fighting.
They were fighting. He said they used to fight all the time. He did say he was immature back then or whatever, and how that relationship was going. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it right because you can't make it right. You know what I'm saying? But it did give it a little
But
context.
he wasn't just beating on her. She just showing all of this. Oh my God, look what he.
Right.
I feel like she was getting up with him, and that's probably why he had to go. If they fought all the time and you ain't never know, this night she was fucking him up.
Yeah, she was getting it. She was giving him some.
This night she said enough.
He's like, oh, I can't go. Oh no, he took the boot off under the limo.
Yeah, no.
I'm the man here. I'm gonna show you tonight.
I got something for you.
Never put your hands on another one. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Kirk. They were fighting. All right. So we ain't gonna get too deep into Akon. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about because it's the end of the year. Christmas is going on. I mean, how y'all do for Christmas financially?
What do you mean? What exactly do you mean?
Hold on now. Hold on. Which son, Chris? Which son, Kurt? I need an answer real quick, Kurt. Which son? Come on, I know you're still there. Don't make me wait too long. I can't have this dead there.
And don't put that on your son, man. Your son wouldn't have done nothing like that. We ain't gonna put
Hold on. That's why I asked which son. You know what I'm saying? Because he know where I'm going.
We ain't putting this on our young black man.
The boxer, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Oh, and the hooper, that's two different kids now.
We ain't gonna put that on our young black men.
Man, we're gonna talk about that off the show. We ain't gonna put Kurt business onto the world, but I'm gonna give it to y'all.
This was the first Christmas I'll say that usually I'm broke 2 times of the year.
That's for you, Jay.
Usually I'm broke 2 times in a year. August, because Egypt's birthday is July 28th, and then the next week they start school. So I'm always broke between her birthday and getting school stuff. And then Christmas, I be broke. But this is the first year.
That sounds dirty as hell.
What?
Because you broke in August, because Egypt's birthday is at the end of July, and then school start, and then you broke
the very
at Christmas. Then you broke at Christmas. Mm-hmm. My nephew's birthday is like right around Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going out there spending a bag on him.
I mean, how many bags have you spent on my children?
What the fuck they got to do with you spending a bag on him? I'm talking about your son when I said my nephew.
Oh, but Tristan's birthday not around Christmas. I thought you.
You see how she tried to throw that off? You know what I'm saying?
I heard you wrong. My bad. No, because his birthday is not at Christmas. It's at the beginning of November. So I still can get him a couple things. With Egypt, I'm getting her stuff in the very next week. They be starting school. So now I got a Christmas shop. I got a school shop for both of them. So I was always broke around that time. And then Christmas, I was always broke. This is the first time. I do not treat him different. Tristan, Egypt would beg to differ. She say all the time, I know Tristan's your favorite. I'm like, I ain't got no favorite. But no, I don't. Really, I don't. I love them different because they require a different type of love. But anyway, this is the first Christmas I wasn't broke. So it was cool. And I was done Christmas shopping way before Christmas.
Okay. So I know how much money Jay spent. A lot. But he got it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no real issue to him.
No.
She's selfish. That's why they came up here and didn't say anything.
I'm selfish. How that make me selfish?
That's your little brother talking.
How that make me selfish? They didn't even spend Christmas with me. If I was selfish, no, y'all can't go. Spend it with me. They didn't even spend Christmas with me. We had to have Christmas Tuesday.
Oh, y'all had special Christmas? Boy, y'all balling.
Before
y'all
they left, we opened up gifts.
When Christmas is?
My Christmas tree was down before Christmas.
You took it down this year?
I did.
What happened to
You
the
take it down
Valentine's Day
before
tree?
Christmas.
It was gonna be a Valentine's Day tree, but I was like, let me go and take this tree down.
Boy, your brother's shooting at you, ain't he?
I mean, they are a reflection of me. So what's the problem?
No.
First, let's get this out here.
I'm about to tell you, your brother got his ass on his shoulders because, you know, my niece and nephew came to town. They ain't really check in with nobody, right? And I'm like, yeah, they came. They didn't even check in. He like, yeah, they mama do the same thing. She'll come in, don't say nothing. I'm like, Nicole don't ever do that. Nicole come in, she gonna call me. Yeah, she'll call you. She'll let you know she here.
I ain't never been in Chicago when Nail was there. When I was coming, he was in Florida somewhere. What is he talking about? I ain't never since I've been gone visited Chicago and he was still living there. What is he even talking about?
Him, I'm telling you, him hurt because I'm your favorite.
I mean, but what is he hurt about?
Tell him, I'm supposed to be your
favorite.
He just said
because he's your favorite.
I'm the oldest.
I don't have no favorite siblings.
Hey.
I love y'all the same.
It's okay. Yeah, you just love us different. You love us different because we require different types of love. Boy, he hurt. Look at where he at now. She came to Florida and didn't come see him.
But I called you and you were supposed to meet us there. And you and your girlfriend at the time didn't show up. Talking about you didn't have money. I called you and said, this is where we're going. What are you talking about?
He said, I can't afford that place. Y'all going to the most expensive place.
It was karaoke.
Yeah, it's karaoke expensive. They want 2-drink minimum.
Hey, you know what? I used to think you was this ain't shit nigga just with other people. I respected that. You do this shit with your own brother and sister. This nigga started shit.
Hold on, what Lisa say?
Hey, y'all gonna get
Thank you. That's enough.
Y'all
Tell
gonna get off my cousin now. What the hell that mean? We gonna get up your cousin now.
She said nah. Y'all gonna get off my cousin.
That don't say off. That say
You know what she meant.
I know what she said.
I know.
She ain't say nothing. You know what she typed.
Hey! Watch how you talk to your favorite. Nah.
Anyway, that's why I said the hotel that they was at. Because they ain't been nowhere. They been at the hotel. They went and stayed with Brenda and I after the first day.
Oh, shit.
And they just been at the hotel.
Yeah, Kurt, she did that.
I didn't do nothing.
She did it.
I didn't do nothing.
Whatever. What I do?
What I do?
I know what the hell. Say, you know what the hell I meant. Damn it, Jesus, so aggressive. Hey, I can't talk back. You older than me, Mocha Lisa, so I have to respect you.
Well, you out here shooting tonight too, ain't you?
That's my older cousin.
You gonna get beat up.
That's my big cuz. I got it.
You gotta say big cuz, not older cuz. You gonna get beat up.
I didn't say old. I said older. She's older than I.
The words, views, and thoughts of what's your name on here? Is it Veil or Veil? The words, views, and thoughts of the Veil are not those of opinionated as a whole. Please,
no, as a third. The views of opinionated as a third. So,
please direct all comments, concerns, and questions, inquiries to him and only him.
Okay, let's get into the other thing. Hold up, I never came to where she was and said, where he go? I never said, meet me anyway. I came to her.
First of all, he ain't never just came wherever I was. When he came to wherever I was in Houston, he came specifically to see me. So what are you talking about?
Read that, Nicole.
LOL, I have to referee them. That's okay. Yes, I'm old. I'll be 50 years old in May. First of all, you ain't never invited me. When I went to Orlando, I was invited by my friend. You ain't never invited me.
Oh.
And I still came into town and contacted my brother.
Oh, you want to take that?
Well, now look. even though I'm your favorite, I gotta tell you this: when you walk into somebody's house, you're supposed to speak. They ain't got to come search you out and speak to you.
What are you talking about?
So when you went to Orlando, that's basically his crib now. You supposed
I
to
mean,
speak
but
to him.
I called him. That's my whole point. I
And there
called
you go
him.
then. Hey,
But I'm
hey,
saying
I
I
know
don't
you did.
understand what
Guess
is this
what?
dialogue?
Hey,
What
guess
is
what?
this?
I think you're a great sister.
Where all this animosity coming from? Why you all swole up in the chest? You better deflate that motherfucker.
Yes, I invited you. Y'all came and spent my birthday with me. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to talk about financial literacy. That's
Wow,
what I'm trying to talk
look,
about.
look, now you want to hide your hands. How you gonna throw the rock and then he who cast the first stone? Now you want to change. So no, I'm trying to talk about finance. Nah. You got to fix this. Fix it.
Ain't nothing to fix. They love each other. That's why I said his feelings hurt because he loved his sister so much, and he know that I'm her favorite, so it hurt his heart.
Oh, so you were surprising me. So what's the problem? I don't remember everything. I'm older than you.
It's the night.
It's the night, huh?
It's the night.
Whew. Y'all gonna give me a headache. Y'all better stop.
Man.
Can we have a short conversation about some financial literacy now?
Sure. And I did invite you. Didn't I invite you here when you came here?
Did she say I'm her favorite? It shows in her actions.
It shows in her actions.
It shows in her actions. She checks on me every day. You know, she sends me those good morning texts. You know, she just tell me she love me.
Stop lying. Gonna really start something. She said you a good morning text. Right, here in Chicago now, and I ain't been to Chicago.
That's why you ain't been back, because your little brother here?
Oh my God. What about this financial literacy? What is it that we should be doing?
Who needs the burden of proof? I need the burden of proof. We just saw in the Tory Lanez case. You don't need to prove nothing. It's how you feel. If you feel it's right, it's right.
That's right.
How am I bogus? The kids, they grown. They should have been like, let me call my uncles. Why I gotta orchestrate everything? I'm here alone.
Hey, you ain't gotta say nothing for me. And tell them what?
Hey, I'm in town, Unc.
You gonna call him and tell him, hey, yo, your favorite son is mediating between his siblings?
Why you everybody's favorite? Why you gotta be everybody's favorite?
Oh, you guys speaking into existence.
I respect it.
Yeah. Jesus.
And then the week ain't over. You still might get a call.
Yeah, because you gonna call him tomorrow and tell him, hey,
I'm not.
Your uncle's in their feelings.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call him and say, don't tell him I said nothing.
Because I used to be the other.
And don't tell him I said nothing.
CJ, I used to be the other boy. You know what I'm saying? I had to work my way into being the favorite.
I feel you. I was in that spot too. You know what I'm saying? So I know the gratification you get from working your way up from TWO to TBO.
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, now once I got that spot, I gotta let the whole world know I got
right,
that
the big ad boy. Yep.
You know, if I be quiet, at least it's gonna be a really quiet show. You know,
hey,
Nicole in her feels right now. You know what I'm saying? Jay don't want to get in the middle of this, so I got to mediate.
I want no pots.
I got to mediate. Don't worry about it. We finna get out here. We finna leave Little Nell alone. You know what I'm saying? Him and Nicole gonna work out their issues outside of here. We go real quick. Try to talk a little bit about financial literacy going into the new year. Getting into it first off, you know what I'm saying? What would be somebody's definition of financial literacy?
Honestly, I don't know that that's something that.
I don't think it should be a universal definition.
Right,
I think everybody got to be
like it's not a one size fits all. I mean, the core of it is right.
Mm-hmm.
understanding your finances, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you're a billionaire, but understanding how to maintain a lifestyle within the budget that you currently have. Not living beyond your means. It's harder for some, obviously. Some people have way more responsibility than others, but just making sure that you're able to sustain off of the income that you currently have.
Okay, Nicole, what do you think?
And there's also, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off or stop you before you started, but there's also plenty of nuances to that as well, right? You have to understand what your finances can do for you, while also, I guess, going back to my first point, maintaining what you have. So it's nuances to what I'm saying, but just in a general definition, say just making sure that you can sustain.
I mean, I agree with that as the technical definition. That's pretty much what it is. But I think even in doing so, you can know all of that, but I think it can be difficult for a lot of people to even do that. Some people, because of the how high rent is and stuff like that, some people can say, "Hey, I'm going to live within my means," but rent ain't cheap no more. You unless you're gonna live, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know. You can't even say a box, more because everything is high. So sometimes people don't even make enough to save. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Do we think social media makes it hard to be financially responsible these days?
I think that's based on the individual, right? If you have uh I don't want to be left out mentality, you want to keep up with the Joneses, then yes, I think it will affect you. But I think there are countless individuals who have dedication and determination and also don't have as much responsibility as others. Because, as Nicole said, some people try to save, but because of the way, inflation, shit costs a lot. You know what I mean? And then you factor in having a family and having to do other things. In a nutshell, long windedly, yes, it can affect some people's minds, but I think that those are people who don't necessarily have the. So there's at my job we call it will and skill, right? Do you have the will to do something, or do you have the skill to do it? I don't believe these people have the will to not want to be a part of what society deems normal. So yes, it will affect their financial literacy and financial goals.
Yeah, and I think people, I do think that social media, if you're one to live on social media and looking at what everybody else got or listening, like somebody had put in this group that I saw talk about how if you're over 40 and you can't touch $1,000, you're this and blah blah blah, or if you don't own a house by now, what do you do? They, instead of just saying, hey, these are the steps you should be doing, some people not in a position to buy a house, or but some people might feel like, oh, because I'm this age I should be doing this, and go get themselves in trouble trying to do something that, hey, move at your own pace, you know what I'm saying?
I think the move at your own pace is it's a good thing to say, but I don't think everybody can grab onto that saying, for lack of better ways to verbalize it. Because just like you were saying, if you're over 40 and you can't touch $1,000, or you're not in a position to get a house, that's not to say that anything is wrong with you, but I think it's at a point where you should be looking to increase your knowledge about how you should be doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? If it bothers you that you don't have it, you got some people who can't touch $1,000 a day, or they don't have that, you know what I'm saying, in their bank accounts on a consistent basis, and they're happy with life because they hustling anyway. So they understand, I'm gonna have it today, tomorrow I ain't gonna have nothing. 2 days later, I'm gonna make a move and it's gonna happen. They happy with how they're living or where they're staying and things of that nature. But if it's to the point whereas you're looking to increase your finances, I guess you know what I'm saying, I think what we don't do enough is educate ourselves enough, and we don't humble ourselves enough, where we don't put ourselves in positions where we don't sacrifice enough. I feel like that. Just like with Christmas coming up, I'm pretty sure there are a ton of people, and I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I'm pretty sure there are a ton of people who put themselves in a financial strain just to go out and, you know what I'm saying, buy a ton of gifts for Christmas, and now that really is going to put them in the hole, and it's going to kind of derail most of next year with them doing, because they're going to have them in the hole that they're digging themselves out of going
Well,
into next year.
taxes coming right up, so
Taxes coming up, but then guess what? They're still in that hole, because now when you take your taxes and pay off everything that you just built up debt for, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how much your taxes is, some people get
ain't
enough.
nobody paying off debt. That's one thing. People don't be paying off their debt.
Some people do. Some people do, but then if you don't pay off your debt, that puts you in even a bigger hole now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's still financially irresponsible at things, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we don't have enough willpower to not do certain things based off of how society is moving. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to be in a better financial position in 6 months, 7 months, and things like that. Time to buy some chickens in a homestead, bake your own bread, make your own milk, grow your own food. That's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. It does
Everything
sound like
is
a great
easier
idea.
said than done.
It
Everything is
is.
easier said than done because being over 40, you would think, oh, you're a certain age. What are you doing? But some people are working. And then it's easy to say, well, go get a better job that pays more. It's not that easy. I'm looking for another job right now, but I'm not going to quit the one I got making a certain amount of money and go less. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not feasible.
I
So I
do.
got to just put up with what I'm going through
I
because
can
I got stuff.
I understand that, and I too feel the same way. Right? When you have a good job, it's almost in our minds. It's irrational to, I guess, for lack of better terms, take a step back, right, or make a lateral move, even so much.
I've done that twice. I've taken more than half of a pay cut. I left a job paying $30 an hour. And when I first moved to Texas, you know how much the job was paying me?
How much?
$12.
Shit.
But the cost of living was different, right?
It, the cost of living was a little different, um, but it still was going up. So you making $12 an hour. I still had two kids, and they were small kids. You know, I still had car note. The rent was like five something when I first moved there. That's cheap. Well, I take that back. I wasn't working when I first, so I was like living off savings. But the first job I got, when it was like, okay, it's time for me to go back to work, it was $12. Then it went up to 16. Then it went up to like 19 something. I had never got to where I left. Dollar wise per hour, I'm still not where I am when I left, but I'm making more money than when I was at the county in Chicago. But dollar wise, like per hour, I'm not.
Yeah, I think that I with Shaka's comment, take a page out of other cultures' book and pull our money together to help living until everyone is solid. That right there is definitely easier said than done. Specifically within our culture, um, we don't want many people in our space. Pooling our money together. If it's somebody that you're not 100% meshed with, pooling your money with them is pretty much out of the question. Even shit, people that you have, like we talked a few shows back, maybe this was last year or so. We got people who marry who don't even have commingling funds. So it's tough. It's tough to say that. I do agree that that would help us, but the mindset has to change, right? We have to get out of watching social media and wanting to have a Lamborghini, wanting to have that uh, 7 bedroom mansion, and not necessarily wanting to have it, but putting ourselves in financial strain to attain those things, right? It's good to have goals. It's good to want to better your situation, but you got to know how to go about it. And I think that that's a part of financial literacy where we'll be presented an opportunity to maybe attain maybe one of the things that are on our bucket list or in our vision board and jump right on it, not understanding the financial ramification that it'll have on us or the strain that it'll put us in moving forward. You've seen at the beginning, what was that in 2006, 2007, the big mortgage crisis? That was what was it? Wells Fargo and Bank of America, Chase was giving people all these home loans that they couldn't afford, and people knew they couldn't afford them, but they was taking them because they was able to get big ass nice houses. You know what I mean? So you take a big house and you know you can't afford it. Your fucking mortgage is $3,500, and you make $40,000 a year. You can't afford that. So it's like we have to understand that, when if somebody dangling that carrot in front of you, you got to understand it may be poisonous. You got to kind of think about what's beyond that.
I
Mhm.
think we need to start with like realistic budgets. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't really. First off, I don't think people use budgets.
Budget.
Period. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just gonna get what I get and make something happen. I mean, we are a community of just making it happen. You know what I'm saying? With what we get and doing what we got to do, and instead of kind of planning for it.
And I think that that's like a big problem, right? Because here's the thing, and I probably can speak for all three of us when I say this. We've all been in situations where it's like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of it, but some way you figure out a way to get out of the situation, and you have it in your mindset that I've
I
been
ain't gonna never get here no more.
right, but you have it in your mind that I've been fucked up before, so and I got out of it, so I know I can get out of it again. And that alone is almost poisonous because it that is always the fallback, right? I don't never want to get back to this point, but if I do, I know how. So you'll put yourself in a situation where you won't necessarily hit that breaking point, but you'll be damn close to it. You'll be damn close to it.
But I think that also comes in how you were, I guess, introduced to money
True.
or how to use it. Because like some people come from a background where you are. Some people come from a background where you are very beholden to money and you kind of respect how it works. You know what I'm saying? And you always feel you need it. Some people come from a background where you are very disrespectful of money because of how fast it comes. I mean, my background is I'm very disrespectful of money. I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm that person. If we did not need money to operate in this world, I could care less about making a dollar or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I make money now because I know you need it for things to come. But my background is the fact, whereas it was really easy to come across money when I was younger, and you always have that in your head, like I can always make that back. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person I can have $20,000. Something can cost 21,000. I'm like, okay, it's 21. Here, go ahead, get it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and make this back real quick. You know what I'm saying? And now the real quick always gets slower and slower to make it back because everything comes up, things start popping up to take you away from that. But I still have that mindset of, oh, that ain't nothing. What that? And certain numbers, you know what I'm saying? You tell me $10,000 and below. To me, I don't believe that's money. Not, and that's not me trying to talk about anybody and anybody's situation and nothing like that. But to me, $10,000 is not a lot of money. So when I hear that, it's like, oh, we need 10 grand to get, okay, we gonna go get that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but there are other people who like, hey, man, this 10 grand, I got this 10 grand, but I need to hold on to this. So we need to figure out another way to get it because I can't put this into that. You know what I'm saying? I can't put it into that until I got, if it's 10 grand, I got to have 30 grand before I can buy that thing that's 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to have so much money put up and then because they have a financial plan.
That's how I am. And I ain't got no budget or no financial plan, but I know I don't want my bank account to go below a certain amount. That means to me in my mind, I'm broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's your
because
budget.
because
That's
I
your
like to.
That's your
I'm not.
budget. You just don't have a
You don't have it
quote, an
itemized.
itemized budget.
Yeah,
You have
you
Yeah,
that.
have a
Hey,
budget.
you got the floors right here. I don't care what it costs. You know what I'm saying? I may have money there, but if it hit this number right here, I can't do nothing with it. I can go buy everything in the world until it get to this number. Once it get hit, guess what? We got to tighten the belt back up. We done spending for this month.
yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have a floor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're going to go
I'm
get
too
it.
scared to. I mean, because I've been at rock bottom before. I've been. I mean, literally where I was looking in cushions for change to eat before. Ain't nobody ever know that. I ain't tell nobody that because prideful. But I've been where it's like I ain't never getting like this again. I ain't have shit. I've been there before, so it's like,
My mindset is we'll get it.
I think that it comes like our specifically our culture, not us on this podcast right now, but our culture is we don't have the backing, the financial knowledge coming in from our elders because they weren't taught it. It's not being taught to us in our schools, so we got to kind of take the reins and kind of teach it to our youth. You know what I mean? Outside of the scholastics, you know what I mean? Like we got to kind of learn from our mistakes and say, hey, I don't ever want you to have to do XYZ. So I'm going to teach you about. I didn't know anything about credit when I was 18. Nothing. I knew that it existed, but I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know that I could not pay something and fuck my shit up for a very long time. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. You know, those are
I
small.
think inside of I think it's very dirty how credit cards do younger kids. Like soon as you hit college, with them to send you all them credit cards and stuff, knowing you have no way to pay that money back and allowing you just to run up that. I think that's very dirty. And with us not having the knowledge at first, you know what I'm saying, before we go about that.
There's so much shit that we could get into that I think is predatory, specifically with lenders. To me, I think I don't understand how, and maybe somebody with a financial background can explain this to me. But for the life of me, I don't understand how lenders get away with charging somebody with bad credit a higher interest rate than somebody with good credit. That sounds like discrimination.
It is.
I don't understand how you're able to do that. To me, it does. And then to make this shit make more sense, why would I charge somebody who's shown they not good with their financials more money than the motherfucker that I know gonna pay me back? To me, that just don't make sense.
That sound like a lawsuit.
Well, what their
Because you know,
reasoning
white
is,
people, they'll come up with a lawsuit,
what their
class action
reasoning
suit.
is,
It's discrimination.
a threat, not a threat. What is your
You're
A
alive.
risk, a
a
live
risk?
risk.
You're a risk, a liable risk for me to loan you money. So in order for me to take the risk, I'm going to charge you more than I would taking the risk to loan you the money.
I can understand that,
But now I'm a
that is
risky for not paying you back. So now I'm gonna owe you way more if I don't pay you back. How you figure you're gonna get that?
exactly.
Because I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it. I want it to be on your credit now. So now you can't get anything else. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with police charges. Most of the time, if you notice, like a kid, like you'll get charged with something, but they don't get any time. Like they're gonna give you that felony. You got that on your record now. Now, once it's on your record, yeah, you can get up out of here because now we have the mark on you. And now basically you can't do certain things now.
I don't think that's the thing with finance companies. I think with finance companies, their whole thing is I'm gonna get what I can out of you and still be able to keep my product. I know that this person is gonna be able to pay that shit off, and this product is good as gone. You, I'm gonna get a little bit out of you, then I'm gonna give it to somebody else who can't pay me, and this product gonna be the gift that keeps on giving.
And I'm gonna make money because I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna get it back from you. So and then with the money that you had, I'm gonna sell that debt to somebody else who really you don't owe that debt to. But I'm gonna let them keep calling you, and you think you owe them because you didn't pay me, and they paid me for you. So now you think you got to pay them back more than the more that I charge you for it anyway. Just to keep that revolving, to keep you in a certain situation.
So are you telling me that you don't have to pay these people that bought the debt?
No,
you don't.
you don't owe them.
You have to pay them if you agree to pay them.
No, you have to pay them if you acknowledge the loan. They don't necessarily have.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said. Okay, you said it correctly.
If you acknowledge the loan. So if they call you and they say, "Hey, you had an account with T-Mobile and I'm calling from whatever the fuck to collect on that," and you say, "Yeah, that was my account," then now you're liable.
Now you're liable.
If you don't answer the phone, or when they call you and they say, "Can I speak to Nicole?" and you like, "This ain't Nicole," whatever.
Yeah, but they can still put it on your credit though. You can
They can still put
dodge
it on your
them.
credit. But okay, most credit repair places make money off you when they tell you they clear your credit up, because all they do is go to that same company and dispute the charge because the charge wasn't created with them. They have to be able to show the original document, and 98% of the time they can't do that. And if you have not basically said that you owe them the money if you haven't basically acknowledged the loan, they can't prove that is your debt. That's why they have to take it off your credit.
And I just found out that, and I don't have all the particulars around it, so give me a minute and I'm gonna research it. But I just found out that down payments are illegal.
I found that out too. You're talking about for cars and stuff like that. Down payments are illegal. I can't remember the section. I got it wrote down because I won't tell my daughter that. But it's a section of the fair.
I don't know all
I think it's like the fair consumer or something, but it's actually written into the law that once you give them your social security number on there and they run that, they can't charge you a down payment for the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be able to go and secure the loan. If it was going to be a loan to you, you're supposed to be able to secure the loan with just your social security number going in and then your payments on it. The down payment itself is illegal.
And
what can you do about that?
You can actually get your entire car loan. What do they call it? It's not necessarily white, but you'll have your title free and clear. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to go about it. I'm still doing research on it. But if you pay the down payment on a vehicle, specifically a vehicle, you can basically get your car note wiped out.
Yeah. It came across my feed the other day. I was looking into it and then I just went back to work. So I didn't get all the research. You probably got it the same day I did too. I didn't go into all the research for it.
Yeah.
But I'll check it out. I'll put the information out to you guys for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of small things that if you know things, you know what I'm saying, you can put them up financially. Nicole, how we doing, darling? I ain't seen you in a while.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Definitely. When I find the shotgun, I'm gonna definitely send it to you. I found the initial, hey, this is illegal, but doing the research and seeing exactly what you got to do to get it done. I'm pretty sure it's not as easy as it sounds, but there's a way to.
There's a way. There's paperwork you got to file. I think you can, and I know there's one thing like because the one I was looking at, they were saying you can even go back to the car loan and get your down payment back. You know what I'm saying, with that, but I couldn't remember. I didn't have enough time to research the entire law on it. That's why I didn't really bring it up. But I'll finish looking it up. Jay gonna look it up. He like a bloodhound. You know what I'm saying? So he'll probably be up all night trying to.
But the down payment still goes towards the car. So
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. When I look at my paperwork on my car, it shows how much the car was worth, right? How much the car was, but my loan is for minus what my down payment is, my actual car loan.
I understand that's how we write numbers and stuff up, but guess what? Okay, how much? Give me a fictitious number of what your car was when you went in to get
it. That's 35.
35, and we're gonna say how much you paid. How much you say your down payment is?
2,000.
So down payment is 2,000. So in your head, you should only owe 33,000, right? I can guarantee you probably paid 47,000 for the car.
I didn't.
No, I'm saying that's how normally it works. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact you're not factoring in.
But you're not factoring the interest rate. But I'm just saying the initial car loan. So if the car
No, stop it. I understand what you're saying. Because I can write paperwork to look any type of way. So in my paperwork, it's going to say that you gave me $2,000. I took that $2,000 and put it towards your loan, which brings your loan down from whatever amount to this amount. But I factored in your interest and everything. So on that 35,000 car, you're predicted to pay
more, right?
42,000, 50,000, whatever, you know what I'm saying, what it is. So I'm taking that $2,000 basically off the interest of a 5-year car loan anyway. So you still aren't at the 35,000 that the car was going to cost.
And to even be on a more granular level, if you were approved for a $35,000 loan, why do you need a $2,000 down payment?
No, that was hypothetical.
No. But I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, where is the $2,000 going at that point?
That goes to the dealership, basically.
So there's a lot. Lisa, I'm not sure if you can. I'm almost certain if Lavelle, I know he mentioned that you can get your down payment back. I'm pretty sure it would probably ring true for a paid off car, but I'm not sure. I gotta do some research on it. And this is all new, so I don't know the particulars around it. I don't know how much red tape you got to go through. I don't think that it would be as easy as we're describing it right now.
It's definitely not as easy as walking in there saying, "Hey, according to Section 8, whatever, the law, whatever, I wasn't supposed to get a down payment. I want my money back." No, they're gonna laugh your ass up out of there.
Right, but it is not a possibility. It is that is actionable. You can definitely get it done. I've actually seen that it has been done. I just don't know how to go about it. But again, once we get the information, we'll definitely put it out to everybody.
Okay. Credit wise, back. We got to get back to financial literacy real quick because we maybe got about another 10 minutes to be talking before we get up out of here today. We need some steps in order to help improve our financial literacy or our financial knowledge and to put us in a better position financially.
I think the first thing is you got to look deep, right? You got to look into yourself. Like, do you really want to be out of the financial situation that you're in? Okay. If you do, then you have to do like you mentioned earlier. You got to make some sacrifices. And that may be me. I like shoes. So I may have to decide, okay, I'm not buying shoes for 3 or 4 months in order to save up for whatever it is that I'm trying to get, whatever that may be. But you got to look deep within yourself to say, okay, this is first and foremost before you even think about, investing or, fixing your credit, because here's another thing too. You can fix your credit today and fuck it up tomorrow. So
This
you
is
gotta
true.
make sure that you make the sacrifices and understand the dedication that it's gonna take to keep your shit right. So you gotta look internal first and foremost. Are you even ready to embark on that journey?
Yeah, I think the easiest thing is I say it's the easiest thing, but it's probably the most time consuming. Is you have to see where you're spending money.
You
I
have
mean,
to be disciplined enough to stop.
before you can even stop, you got to know where you're spending it. You have to be able to sit down and say where your money is going. And I mean, it's hard to be completely transparent, even with yourself, about where all your money is going. Even as the smallest little thing, like the pack of nails you bought at the store or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to account for where your money is going on a daily basis, not even just say on a weekly or a monthly, on a daily basis, to see what you're doing. Sometimes when you're in a financial crunch, you have to be able to get to the point where you can account for every dollar, and then you can start making changes on it. Because if you can't account for where your money is going, then it's hard to budget out anything. It's hard to kind of have that look inside to say, okay, this is what I need to do to make this change. You got to know, okay, I spend $10 a day at Starbucks. I might need to cut that back. Maybe I can go to the store and just buy the coffee in bulk and make it myself at home, where I can still have my coffee every day, and it's gonna cost me less to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, if you buy Arizona every day, even though it's only $1, you know what I'm saying? You might be buying 2 or 3 of them. I mean, there's small little steps, that just small little things that you can probably cut out that'll start giving you a little bit of extra that you can start doing stuff with.
Maybe I do better than I think I am, because I
Look
say,
at
oh, I
that,
don't
Tammy in
budget.
the chat.
Maybe I do better than I think I am, because I can't really say I have, oh, I spend on this every day, I spend on that, because I don't. What I do is, like, when I get paid and I look a few days, oh, this is what my check is gonna be. I'm able to look back through the past month and say, oh, on this day this come out, this day this come out, boom, 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 boom. I know what I pay each month, or between pay periods, right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
between this pay period, this is what has to be paid. Boom, boom. And I don't really have, I might have Walmart in there, but I don't have nothing that I consistently do every day. You know what I mean? Besides what I know comes out. And I'm able to say, okay,
But
well,
I think the difference with you, like if I was your financial advisor and telling you the budget, what I said, my thing would be is I would probably hit you with, what your floor is already, so you already know where you don't want to get to, and I would probably set a goal of every month how much of a percentage more of that we want to have saved, and create a budget based off of that, because you already know what your bill is going to be every month. I mean, most of your staples, they're not going to change. So based off that, we already know what has to be paid on that there. So with that going, we know, okay, let's see, if we saying you make $2,000 a month and you need $800 a month for bills, you know what I'm saying? So we already know 800 got to come and go here. After that 800 goes, instead of me allowing you to get to your floor, I'm gonna say, okay, we got $1,200 left out of that 2,000. We're gonna give you $600, and that $600 is what you're gonna budget and spend out after everything else is gone. This extra six, we're gonna take this and break it up. 200 is gonna go over onto where your floor is, that money you just like to have sitting in your account. 200, we're gonna find maybe a money market account or something that kind of gives us a higher yield on our investment. We gonna consistently, every month, every week, however our paychecks go, we're gonna deposit it into that, and on a consistent basis, so that starts to build money. And then once that's gone, we're gonna flip it into something else. We'll probably discuss at a later time. Right now, I'm real big on overfunded insurance policies. I really like IUL's overfunded insurance policy, so I want people to get involved in that. But we will work the money somewhere like that, since you say you don't have habits, you know what I'm saying, where your money spends out. And that can almost be as bad as having habits, because when you don't have something that you do all the time, once you know your bills is paid, and once you know, I don't want my account to get lower than this, that other money will just kind of gradually float out in any type of
and
way.
don't really just, oh, I can buy this. Oh, I could spend $200 on this. Or I
Right.
could.
Mm-hmm. Rocket Money is a nice app. What she said, Rocket Money is a nice app for
Young
young
people.
people, but you do have to pay for their service. Everything you got to pay for. I mean, they're a very small service. It's a very small number of services that you don't have to pay for.
I want to say, Tammy, I got a bone to pick with you, and We're gonna discuss it later. But I appreciate you for coming in today. But I definitely got a bone to pick with you.
Maybe you should tell her to give you a call.
Yeah, we'll discuss. I'm probably text you or something tomorrow. I got a bone to pick with you.
I already know what I'm giving everybody if I win the Powerball. I've already planned it in my head. That's why I don't understand why God won't bless me, because I'm gonna do right.
What you giving us? That $50 back?
That's all you want?
Nah.
Noted. Duly noted.
Did we ask you that question? I know I'm gonna get more than $50. I'm
Did you ask Nicole that question?
I don't even know what y'all talking about. $50.
I thought you were supposed to call in and ask her.
I was gonna ask her on the show, but I don't think we had the show that week.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I owe y'all $50?
No,
there was a question going around that I have been asking, me and your brother been asking everybody, and what it says is,
wait. I wasn't asking everybody.
No, stop. I was asking everybody. And what the question says is, you borrow $50 from your friend, you play the lottery, and you win 80 million. How much did you give your friend?
$50.
Yeah, there it is.
Because that's what I borrowed. Now, anything more is because you my friend. I got 80 million. Hey, you finna get this because you don't have a million or whatever, because I still got other people to get millions too. But you're going to get that $50 back.
And see, the thing is, you know how your little brother thinks, right? So when we first said this, his thing was every woman going to say she's giving the $50 back because women are selfish. Stop.
No, I just want to say that's what you're entitled to. I'm not saying that that's all they would get, but that's what they're entitled to.
Every woman, I would say for maybe two, I can't say every woman, the majority of women, the vast majority of women I asked that all said that they was giving the $50 back.
So what the
men
say?
And they all said it the same way you did. So you'll get that $50. Then after a minute, it was like, because that's what I owe, that's what I borrow. Of course, it's my friend. I might give her a little more, but at the crux of it, it was she gonna get that $50 back that she borrowed.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, I already got.
Or they said what Tamara just said, depends on the friend. That I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that statement.
I mean, if it's a friend that you can borrow money from, it got to be a friend.
It shouldn't depend, right? If you can borrow $50 from it, it shouldn't depend.
I just want to put it out there that my wife didn't hesitate. She said $1 million right off the bat.
Right off the top, they're gonna get $1 million.
Well, she a little dudeish. I'm just playing. Just fucking with you, Tasha. So what all the men say though?
Most of the men said they're gonna get at least $1 million. No man said, not one man said, oh, they're gonna get that $50 back at least.
That's nice to know.
Not one man said that.
That's nice to know.
Every man I asked like at least $1 million. There's gonna be at least $1 million. Most of the other men was like I'm gonna get about 20 mil. My friend I borrowed 50, I'm gonna get about 20 mil. Every woman, they're gonna get their $50 back.
Did you hear what I said? They gonna get $1 million plus the 50.
Every day I'm proving right more and more.
That's so now y'all want us to not be emotional. See, that's a logical thing. Logically speaking, they entitled to that 50. We could think
and you know what?
Sometimes.
This is the thing though. We understood that, but it just as guys, see what y'all, this is the thing. And the women, when I asked them for their explanation of that, their explanation was because I borrowed $50, I need to give her $50 back so she don't be tripped. Because if I give her $1 million, she gonna be like, what about the 50 you borrowed? And as guys, we don't think of guys is like that $50 was washed.
But see, guys don't think about like that.
Don't make sense. If I give you $1 million, you're gonna ask me about 50?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you what the explanations I got.
I don't think that.
Who the fuck?
I wouldn't think like that. Because that 50 included in that million.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
But I'm saying that's as a guy, you know what I'm saying? That 50 is in there. As a guy, we ain't even thinking about that 50 no more. We came up.
And the crazy part about it, I think the issue is, and I don't know this for sure, but like my thought process behind it is like you don't want nobody to know how much money you want. So the $80 million number, if you come back to your friend, and this is my thought process why a woman would say I would only give her $50 back. If I come back to you with $1 million, she gonna be wondering how much did you win then if you giving me $1 million. And then if you tell them you won 80 million off the $50 they gave you to play the lottery, they're gonna feel entitled to more.
I think men would feel that way too.
I don't think so.
Men don't think that way. Now, do we not saying the guy you give the $1 million to wouldn't feel like he entitled to more, but the man who won it ain't thinking like that because that's my friend. I borrowed 80 million from him.
But see, us women, we put ourselves in other people's shoes too. I do really think that. I think if you tell them this how much I won, they gonna feel like you won off my money, so I need half of that, or I need more than this. I do believe that. I think a man or a woman, in my mind, would feel like that.
I don't have $1 million, right? I don't have $1 million. If one of y'all won the lottery off $50 I gave you, and you come back and give me $500,000, I don't give a fuck how much money you won. I'm $500,000 richer than I was 20 minutes ago.
That's you.
I'm like that because guess what? I wasn't gonna play the lottery anyway.
So like what you the thing is, people gonna get so caught up in what somebody else got. Like I don't know what you got. What you got, that's for you. What's for me is for me. You know what I mean? Like that. I can't be upset about it. Even if, here's the thing, even if you won at $50, am I expecting you to give me $25 of it?
And now you're gonna need to give me my $50 back.
So you gonna take their winnings?
Yes.
You owe me $50.
You owe me $50.
Nah, yeah. So if I borrow $50 for you to play the lottery and I won $50, you gonna be like, all right, give me my $50 back right now?
I don't care where you get the $50 from. I don't care if it's your winnings or your paycheck. You owe me $50 because you borrowed it. I didn't say here, do with what as you please.
You know me, I'm different on that one because, like, say, if you borrow $50 from me, first, like if you came to me like, cuz I need $50, right? I'm gonna buy some here. In my head, it ain't no borrow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say different. We don't borrow.
Right. It ain't no borrow. But if I'm handing it to you and you go, yeah, because I need to really go play this lottery. Oh, buddy, we good. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need to do that. We cool. So you know what I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, I'm like this here. If I got it, you can have it. But don't tell me what it's for if I didn't ask, because now I get to make a judgment in my head on if I think that we need that.
And it depends on who it is. I had a friend borrow $50 from me and was like, I'm going to give it to you Friday. I really wasn't expecting it back. She said borrow. I wasn't expecting it back. She sent it back on Friday, like she said, but I wasn't expecting it back.
Oh, okay. Because I would say that friend would have never got nothing else from me.
No, I didn't say don't worry about it. I wasn't in my head. I wasn't expecting it.
I'm saying like if they wouldn't have sent it back. See, like words.
I mean, I know she's struggling though. So part of me felt like
I would have told her don't worry about that. I'd have said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I got it to give, I bet, hey, don't worry about it. You ain't got to send it back Friday. Because guess what? I'm gonna need some money one day. I'm gonna be somewhere and I'm be like, hey, yo, I need a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't sitting here trying to put myself in a position where I need it, but it's like, okay, you was there, you needed it here. I might be somewhere. I might be somewhere one day and just my card ain't working, or I ain't got the right card. Hey, man, look, I got the wrong card. I got my cash app
and
card.
see, I don't put myself in situations to have to ask nobody because I don't want to be disappointed because I felt like I did this for you in your time of need, and now I need and you can't do it or won't do it. I'm gonna feel some type of way.
But see, I'm not saying I'm putting myself in that position. I'm saying if I know my friend was hurting.
But like what you're saying, how I know I'm gonna need some money someday. I would be pissed if. Because that happened to me before. One time when I had that car accident, like right after Kenny got killed and we went to Chicago for the funeral. And I rented that. I went to the SUV and I bought it when I got home because I liked it. And 6 days later got rear-ended and it was totaled.
Balling. You hear it? Did you see the stunt?
I caught it.
Did you see the stunt?
I caught it.
I rented an SUV and I bought it when I came back.
Bought it.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, but it got totaled 6 days later. Got totaled. Somebody rear-ended me in traffic. And that day the kids had testing. And somebody that I always was there for with their kids, they need to do this. Boom, boom, boom. All I needed was, hey, you live right here. Can you please make sure they get to school? I just needed to get them to school. And here I am helping everybody. And when I'm in need, I ain't got nobody.
I understand that, but that's how you weed people out also. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in that situation, that's how I weed you out. Even in this situation you saying with the person who needed the money, I wouldn't have expected it back, and I wouldn't have asked for it back, especially if I knew they needed it. But then, like months down the line and something like that, and if I know they got, because if I call them up and I already know they're struggling, I'm like, hey, I need $20. You think you got it for a little bit or whatever, and they hit me with the no, I ain't got it, or even worse, they give it to me, and then 2 days later, hey, can I get that $20 back at you?
Just checking on that little $20.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel a
Oh,
certain
now
way.
it's a funky $20. It wasn't no
You know what
funky
I'm saying?
$20
And
2
guess
days
what?
ago.
I'm the type of person, I ain't gonna be like some, hey, you know you owe me $50. I'm like, no, oh yeah, no, my bad. I'm gonna give you that $20. But you just burnt this bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like that there. I'll do stuff like that just, I mean, because like I said, I'm disrespectful of money though. But the same sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm more so judging the people and the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And your intent with that. I think that's true what Tamara said. It does make a difference. To me, it makes a difference if a person says borrow or give, depending on the person.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it depends on the person.
It depends on the person. Like Nicole, Jamarcus, my little brother, my cousin Lionel, they can call me and say, hey, I need to borrow $200. And if I got them, I'm gonna give it to them. But to me, that means give. Yeah. Shocking too. She's one of the ones. That means I need $200. And unless I'm just hurt, you know what I'm saying, with like, hey, I'm gonna need this back. But most of the time, like, all right, I got it here. We got another cousin. I'm not going to put him under the bus here. But he asked me to borrow. And if I was in this situation where if I was at a frame in my life where I was giving him money, I'm looking for it back. And it's not because I need it back. It's because I know the person. You know what I'm saying? And what he would do. And I also know that he would not reciprocate to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes it, you know what I'm saying? If a person will reciprocate it to me, then I can do that. And that goes with financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Being financially knowledgeable about things. You have to understand who you can do business with, basically, and who you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's somebody who's not going to reciprocate to you in your life, you shouldn't be loaning them money or anything in that situation. And other than that, you know what I'm saying? You got people who you know ain't nothing but leeches when it comes to that. Now, I got people, you can hang out with me all day. You'll come over and this particular person and me and him will be kicking it. You'll swear. I mean, we are the best of buddies. We're going to talk crazy to each other. We're going to hang out. But when it comes time to eat, he on his own. And that's not an Applewhite trait. I'm going to tell you now, Applewhite feeds just about anybody.
Anybody.
And I ain't going to feed him.
Damn.
But that's how it goes. Once you burn the bridge, that's what that is with me. With that, I be trying, because I'm trying to build with too many people. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, how you always there, I'm always there for just about anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I extend a lot. And so if it's not reciprocated, then it's not reciprocated. That's how I feel.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. I think that's
we was putting a list together, but we're gonna have to get it together and just put it out, because we gotta get out of here. We're gonna be pushing 2 hours in a minute.
Yeah.
So the next show gonna be into the new year, huh?
Next show is gonna be the first Wednesday of the new year.
The 4th.
Mm-hmm. We're supposed to have vision boards done by then. Or at least have your concepts and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't know how to put one together. I was talking to somebody that told me, it's your board, however you want to put it together.
I don't even know what to put on mine because I honestly don't know what I want.
You don't know what you want at all. You don't know what your year, you don't know what you want 2023 to look like at the end of the year.
I really don't, because I know I want to buy a house, but I don't know if I like it here enough to buy a house here.
Okay.
So then your vision board should say, I need to decide whether or not I want to be here. You
Yeah.
need to put destinations on where you think you want to be. Is there any other place that's caught your eye? Is it Florida? Is it is it Cali? Is it is it somewhere back in the Midwest? Like, anywhere where you think you want to be. What other places making you feel like you don't want to be there, or what's there that's making you feel like, I don't know if this is the spot that I want to be.
I don't know. Maybe it's but what's a good start, Tammy? What, like, where I want to be, deciding if I want to stay here or not, I guess. Or I guess knowing if I want to be here or not. I don't know.
Okay,
but I was thinking Vegas or whatever.
These two are for you. That one there, she said she's going to call you and talk about it.
But I've never been to Vegas.
She's going to be accountable to do hers too.
I love
You've never been to Vegas?
I love it.
We're going to go to Vegas next year. What month you want to go?
You got to tell me so I can get the time.
That's what I'm saying. You got to tell me so when you can get the time. My boss is, as asshole as my boss is, I can always get time off from him.
No, that's why you tell me when you want what I don't know when is a good time to go.
Anytime besides June and July. I don't want to go June, July, or August.
Dang.
It's too
April is
hot.
a good time to be in Vegas. September ain't that bad. April is cool though. April was perfect weather when we was there.
That's when we went.
Yeah.
So we
Okay,
can
so
shoot for April then.
All right. His boss working me to death. My boss do work me to death. See, she know I got a shitty ass boss. I tell you, if I could find somebody put a hit on him, man. I mean, but if I wasn't scared to go to jail for, you know what I'm saying, ordering hits.
You need to clean it up. Let people know you your own boss before you walk around and flag this video. He's his own boss, people. Who are watching it and aren't familiar with us, he's his own boss.
So Lisa, then you got a plan for April too. That's a tentative month.
But guess what, Nicole? That could be on your vision board. Just to go to Vegas, to visit Vegas.
Yep.
It's about whatever. The vision board is about what you want to do for that year 2023. How we want that year to look. Period. And so what everything you want to do goal wise. And that doesn't mean you have to attain every goal, but it gives you something to shoot for. And it kind of gives your mind, it's supposed to give your mind clarity, you know what I'm saying, on how you're moving. You know what I'm saying? So that way when you're looking at this board, you know, okay, I'm striving to get to there. What are the things that I need to be doing to get to there? Like my vision board is, I don't know how to put it together because like I say with mine, I had to break it into quarters.
I'm gonna buy you a drink. Whoa, whoa.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I don't know.
I
don't know. Like so, Shock. I think she's saying her vision board is to be multimillionaire status. So, in 20, I mean, and this is the thing, it's possible to make $1 million in this 12-month period. If you have a vehicle to get you there, it's just the fact of pushing your vehicle. I think Shaka has a vehicle. She has a natural skincare line. It's just the fact of pushing that vehicle. You know.
Yeah, we got to get it in like a Ulta or Sephora or something.
Oh, okay. I don't know because I don't know what Ulta is, but I know what Sephora.
It's a beauty supply.
It's a big because I'm shopping there now.
You know how I know your game?
Because you shop at Sephora. No, but I just told you if we go back, let's do a callback to the earlier in the show. I'm into fragrances, so they got fragrances there. So that's why
you know what
shopping there.
With you being into fragrances, you and Shaka need to have a sit down and a meet.
I would love to have a collaboration.
The thing is, though, with her business, and I'm put this out here because I talked to her about her business a little earlier. She doesn't have a flagship fragrance for the business. She has a ton of fragrances that she works with, but I tell her she needs to have a flagship, something that is beholden or just specific to After Effects. So when you get that, like when you smell it, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you would think it automatically puts you in the mind of After Effects. Not that everybody's going to buy that fragrance, not that everybody's going to love that fragrance, but it should be one, and it shouldn't be something that you can go into any other collection and kind of just get readily, like lavender or or even lemongrass. You know what I'm saying? Because those are fragrances that you get anywhere, and it's hard. And I understand the fact that it's hard when it's your business and when it's your thing to come up to approve of an idea. You know what I'm saying? Just like me working somewhere, every time I finish something, if I'm doing it just for me, or if I have the final say on it, most of the time it's like, I could do that better. I'm gonna scrap this and go right back in and redo it. You know what I'm saying? I think it would probably help her to have somebody else helping out with it who's also interested in those fragrances, because I can't do that part. I'm not smelling all that.
I'm a phone call away.
But it's just a suggestion. It's a suggestion that I'm making. If that happens, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta
I want my 5%.
My video for her too. No. You don't get no finders for I still got a video I gotta do for. I got some stuff I need to order and come pick up from you, Shaka. So I'll probably be placing that order.
Also, I think as a community, as the Openyanation, we need to help Nicole figure out her why in life.
Not in life.
I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we'll talk about it. I want to tell everybody. They're gonna be like,
Nicole would be a great
Nicole.
Nicole would be a great business owner if she could focus on a business. And the thing is, if she can take the mentality that she has just in her personal life about how she deals with things and how she operates and manages her personal life and put those into a business setting, she would make a great business owner. Her thing is she doesn't think that she has anything that she's interested in, or she doesn't think that anything that she's interested in is a viable business. That's what it is. Because I can guarantee if you sit down, she has things that she likes to do, but she doesn't believe that those things are a viable business. So we as a community, we need to help get her on board. So I think we probably need to start giving her homework assignments. Like she needs to start coming up, telling us stuff that she's interested in or what she did. Like besides, like I think when we get to her and like where her week is, we need to start making her tell us what she did outside of work. Like her whole 5 minutes of what her week is shouldn't be her telling us who she beat up at work. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? What happened at work? So we need to get her outside of her comfort zone. You know, if you get outside of your comfort zone, I'm telling you, I mean, the world opens up. So 2023 is about getting you outside of your comfort zone. So
Well, there we go.
this is for you, Nicole. Yeah.
I would love to be able to not work and just sleep and figure out a way to have residual money, or was it called, what y'all call it?
Residual
Auto,
income.
like just auto, you're making money in your sleep. I want to be a socialite. That's my goal. I want to be a socialite. How can I become a socialite?
You
I
know
want
they
to be
got
like
a
Paris
they got a
Hilton.
business for cuddle buddies.
No, I want to be a socialite. Paris Hilton don't have to cuddle.
I mean, she kind of started off cuddling.
She started off cuddling, I think.
No, she was born that way. She's a
Passive income.
Hilton.
Tamara had to come in and correct us.
Passive income,
Passive
right?
income.
What happened?
We were saying residual income. Nicole saying I want residual income. What y'all call it? You know what I'm saying? The income in your sleep.
Right.
Question
I'm
mark.
just I'm tired
I
of
can
working.
see her face and him. Passive income?
Right. Passive income.
It's so
passive.
stupid.
You know?
Yeah, people get a lot of money for their feet, Nicole. Go get you a pedicure. You might,
Now my feet. I got one cute feet.
People do get
One
money for that.
cute foot.
You can get money for
Yeah,
mukbangs. You can start doing mukbangs.
Mukbang. Don't nobody want to see. I don't. Mm-mm.
I'm telling you. Yes, Tamara, that's a lady of leisure.
Who?
That's what she wants to be, a lady of leisure.
Oh.
Just what's that?
Basically, you making money and you ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get up at no specific time. You just
Yes, that just sounds so lovely.
Okay. Shaka wants to be really good at day trading. That is a skill.
It is.
That is a skill, and it can be very, very mentally draining.
It can. I watch my wife try that shit, and it's not for the weak. But if you're good at it, you get a strategy, it can be very lucrative.
And the thing is, what most people don't do is they don't stick to their strategy. They'll start a strategy and it doesn't work in the first couple of weeks. They don't see any results, and they'll jump to another strategy. Then they'll start hearing people talk about their strategy. Oh, I'm going to jump to that strategy. What you got to realize with trading, it's about you and what you think, you know what I'm saying, and how you feel about a certain trade. And you have to also realize that you are not supposed to get rich off of one trade. Now, that's to say it can't happen. But you don't go into it with the mindset of this is going to be the trade that's going to get me financially free. You know what I'm saying? And especially in day trading. The thing about trading, what you're looking for is compound interest. You're looking to increase your account by a certain percentage every day to get to a certain point. So with trading, what you should do is set a goal of like maybe a year, 6 months or something like that. And then every day, what you try to do is you try to increase your account by 10% or whatever, but that 10% every day you're trying to increase it by that amount. And what happens is if I got $300 and today I increase it by 10%, that means tomorrow when I go in, I'm gonna have 330. Now I got to increase that 330 by 10%. That means I got to get $33 that day. Then the next day I got to increase that by 3% and maybe by 10%. And that percentage keeps going up, which means you're able to invest more every day, even though you're taking the same risk that you did the first day. Your money is being invested in a bigger amount because you're making money and you're making safer bets instead of safer investments instead of trying to go from 300 to 3,000 in one day. So
There you go.
Yeah. Why are you looking like that, Nicole?
Sometimes I daydream.
It's night though.
That too.
You wake dreams or you awake dream. All right. So with that, hey Kurt, if you still in here, man, we need to play poker.
Kurt play poker?
Yeah, Kurt play poker. I didn't take care of his house. We did the he was playing the game for a little bit. He was hosting the game for a little bit at his crib.
No.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll get a game.
We start talking about finances. He dipped.
Yeah. He want to talk about the bullshit. He figured out man wasn't gonna give him no ass. Man. This ain't yield.
Nah.
Maybe
you know what? Maybe we'll do. Maybe we'll host a poker game in the shop that first week.
When is maybe y'all can do this? Tell me when y'all gonna have like a grand opening so I can plan to try to be there.
We already said that. We said that weeks and months ago.
I didn't hear that, but all I hear is that it's not ready. So tell me again, then I missed it. Obviously.
We didn't put a date on the grand opening, but we did say you were gonna be because we said the first show that we do at the shop, we're gonna have you there.
Oh, you did say that. So when is it though? You still don't know?
Favorite, baby. I got you.
But y'all still don't know?
No, it's a couple of things we got to get done, take care of it. And because of the fact it's morphing into more than just the tattoo shop now. So with that, it's a lot of other little things we got to get kind of take care of. Like, it's going to be more of an event space with doing different things inside. I don't want to put too much out until we kind of get some stuff set.
So are y'all projecting that it's going to be in January or after?
I'm projecting that it's going to be like that first week of February because if things go right for me, I got a couple places I'm not going to be here the entire month of January. So what'd you say, Jay?
I was saying we probably should talk about that offline.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here now. You know what I'm saying? We've been out here for almost 2 hours. We want to thank everybody for, as usual, we want to thank everybody for coming out. We want to thank everybody for engaging with us. I think we reformatting a little bit going into the new year. I think we was talking about it. I wish the shop was open because we are going to move into that space before March of next year. Me and Jay will probably be doing the show like side by side. We'll have Nicole in remote because we will be in a new location for it with that. But we are are we doing a opinionated vision board? Maybe we should do a little quick one.
We definitely need to discuss it. If we have it, we definitely need to discuss it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think
we'll
that'd
do
be
that.
cool. And it can be virtual. We don't after we have it, we can have it like made virtually. You know what I mean? Like computerized.
We'll do that. Everybody else, like I said, we will present our thoughts, I guess, for the vision board, even if we're not together next Wednesday. So if you have yours, we want you to share them with us. Mocha, you haven't been in a couple months, but we're looking for you to be back next week because we are doing vision boards come next week. Shaka, we want to look at yours. Everybody here, we want to look at your vision boards. We want you guys to share in ours. We want to try to get you guys to help keep us on track for what it is we're going for 2023. I want 2023 to be very successful, not just for us, but for everybody. And
so make sure your hair done. Y'all can pop in.
Make sure your hair's done. We want everybody popping in. We putting you on the spot. We are looking for you to come in and share some of your visions. We are trying to help keep people accountable for what their visions are. We want you to help keep us accountable, especially me. I need y'all to kind of check in on me because I'm scatterbrained. I got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be bouncing all over the place in 2023. It's going to be a lot going on in 2023. So we're looking for everybody to be successful with that going through. So we appreciate all y'all coming out. Catch us Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And I think that's all I got to say. Anything else we need to tell them?
Share. Share again. Share one more time after
that. That's going to be a good one here. It's gonna be a good one. You better have one of them little black things you can put across here, you know what I'm saying? Or just stay like this in the camera. You know?
Or I gotta send you I got a package I gotta send you, Lisa.
Is there some pasties in it or something? She needs something to cover them up.
No?
All right, well, we will talk to everybody next week. Thank y'all for coming again. See you later.